Hello and welcome back to episode 35 of Balboa Park. I just woke up and I wanted to talk about those journals that I'm showing here because I have some consideration to do with you. And yes, I hope you can see my turning of the page. And if you are catching the audio version, in the description I will put a link to my Substack to see the image. So let me show them to you. So basically it's me at 8 drawing and writing my journal. But before we start, maybe I can do the intro. If you don't know me, I am Nikos Balboa. I am a trans man and I'm an artist and I'm a mom. And in this podcast, I talk about the creative process as a way of self knowledge, I always say, but also I would say, and the pursuit of happiness. Okay, maybe some more page to you. What's happening? Lately, I've been tidying and organizing some boxes that my father sent to me from his house. He sold his house, and in the process of emptying what was once my room, he packed so many things and sent them to me. I have a garage, and my garage is like invaded with boxes, and so there are books and journals, and from when I was like between 8 and 20 years old, and time to time I go and I pick up some books and journal to see what's inside those boxes, and I've been flipping through them, revisiting this fragment of my past. At one point, I was with my friend Nini, and I was showing her my journals, those journals. I guess like in this one I was like 8, this one I was like 12, and she looked at them and said, "Oh, so you have always been graphic journaling in some way?" And it, of course, I guess it is what I do. Like I know that yes, I realized that this is something I always kept, like journaling and drawing and putting weird things on page. And so I've been thinking a lot about this, like how we all archive, sorry, ourselves in different ways. Um, I think of archives because I love like also other people journals and image and photos. And the thing is that we often think of archives as dusty rooms filled with documents. But what if we saw ourselves as living archives? I mean, every drawing, every journal entry, every also for me could be like every tattoo or every memory I keep. But also maybe if you are tattooed, the tattoo thing is also for you. Um, if it's even if like in sketchbooks or playlist or even like on your body, um, is it a fragment of our personal history? And of course, unlike the official archives, which are curated by institution, our own personal archives are like messy and emotional and like what make them alive, I would say. Um, so what does it mean to actively archive ourselves? Mm, and how does documenting uh, our emotion and experience may change the way we see ourselves over the time. It's a good, maybe a cool question to ask ourselves. And in this kind of world that often tries to erase and redefine us, how can personal archiving be an act of resistance, of queerness, and self-love? When I saw like 12 years old Nico, or like 8 years old Nico, like what I was still there, and it's reviving to feel this. And maybe I think that the answer is different for everyone, of course, but for me it's like connecting with who I was in the past, even especially because I'm trans and I transitioned, and sometimes I feel like I left behind some part of me, like in the memory, and then I come back and I see, oh no, no, I was still there in all those years. I don't know if it makes sense, and maybe you can share it with me if you have a different opinion. Um, the thing is, maybe it's about seeing patterns in ourselves, and for me, like seeing patterns, of course, in myself that I couldn't see before, as I was saying, and maybe it's about like realizing that even the things that I worried about forgetting were always there, and waiting to be found. Or maybe, I don't know, for you, it's about taking ownership of your own story in your own words, in your own image. Who knows? And this is, maybe it's, you can do this also in graphic journal, not only in the past. So, what about you? How do you archive yourself? Please let me know how. So maybe you're seeing this like on Substack because you're subscribed to my newsletter. This is came in your inbox, or maybe you are a Patreon as a graphic journal. So in this way, I invite you to share with me in the Patreon chat, or in a group, in our graphic journal group. Maybe you can share your old journals, or maybe you are catching this on a Spotify or whatever platform audio, and it's okay. I will try to put in the audio description the link, or maybe you can try and Google Nikos Balboa, Balboa Park Substack, and the name of this episode, and you will find the number of this episode, and you will find the image that I'm going to post there. Substack is like my newsletter, but it's also archived as a sort of blog. So if you enjoyed this reflection, please hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, share with a friend, and yeah, see you at the next, or hear you at the next episode. Bye bye.